Heads up 20 ups, it's Sunday and I am being super nerdy today and I am studying Super Bowl 30. I am that kind of nerd. Judge me. I'm gonna do this while I'm watching the commercials. Um, Jins, cutting off your hair for charity, freaking awesome. Um, Congrats on doing that. If you go onto my channel, I'll put a link somewhere so that you can see the video. But I did a video for the Project for Awesome about the Travis Roy Foundation, and they help out paraplegics and quadriplegics. So I made a video where I was a paraplegic for a day, so that I could better understand it. It was very, very difficult. It was kind of an eye-opening experience. Um, but yeah, it's something I wouldn't have traded for anything, and it was really cool. And also, Magic's Child. It's part of the Magic or Madness trilogy. I don't want you to buy that one and be like, wait a second, what? There's something I've missed here. Madness is really good. I didn't explain what it was about though, so I'll explain it what it's about here. Reason Cancino is just this teenager whose mom has recently been admitted to a mental hospital. Um, and she finds out when she's staying with her grandmother that the reason for that is because both her and her mother have magic in their blood. Like their entire family has magic in their blood. Um, and when you have magic in this universe, there's one of two options. You can either use magic and you will die younger than you would if you didn't use magic, but if you decide not to, you will go insane. And Reason's mother decided that she would rather go insane than die early. Um, and Reason, to a certain extent, doesn't know what to choose. Danielle, I would also like to hear that rant. Chris said that he would like to hear that your rant that you have about Harry Potter. Um, it's always nice to get an outside opinion on something that you really like because it helps you see things that you may end up ignoring. Um, like a lot of things about sports. A lot of things about sports that I like lead me to ignore some of the things that a lot of people don't like about sports, which are valid points. And so it's always nice to hear those opinions. And also, I am terribly, terribly sorry that I'm killing part of your soul by not being able to read music. It's mostly because just the only other time I ever played an instrument was for 1 year in fourth grade. And then when I picked up bass, it was because my friend needed a bassist for his band. Um, and I just started playing bass, but the only way that I knew how was with tabs. And so I picked up tabs and I was like, I'll learn how to read music later, and I never ended up learning, which is terrible, I know, but it was out of mere necessity. Rima, I actually from 2 weeks ago I remember that storm that you were talking about, um, and that storm just it had us trapped in. At the time, me and my mom were living with my aunt and uncle, and we didn't get 8 feet of snow, but we got pretty close to it. And I remember the day that the snow stopped, I was allowed to go outside. And when I went outside, I got like all dressed, I got all geared up, I got my sled, and I didn't know where I was gonna go sledding, but I was like, if I find a hill, I'm gonna go sledding. So I go and I get all excited. And my my aunt tells me, back door is pretty blocked. You're gonna have to go out the front. I was like, okay. So I go and I sprint and I open the front door, and there's a 6, 7 foot tall wall of snow. We actually were able to climb it. So I climbed out onto like this massive snowbank that was entirely covering our front yard. It was pretty much all kept in by the fact that we had a fence around the yard, like a chain link fence, that was holding the snow there, and it was like right up to the level of the fence. Hanson was like the it group for me. I listen to a lot of stuff. I'm a complete '90s kid. Um, as you can probably tell by the fact that I am watching Super Bowl 30 right now, which was in 1996. Yeah, January of 1996. Um, but yeah, I liked a lot of Hanson, a lot of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, unfortunately. Uh, Third Eye Blind, Sister Hazel, Nirvana, Green Day, uh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. But yeah. Oh, Daryl Johnston. You guys haven't used him yet. But yeah, I was a complete and total '90s kid, and now that I have a tape player in my car again, I really want to use it. So I'm gonna like start going around looking for tapes in thrift shops and see if I can use them. Lucy, I have also never, I have, I can't say that I'm a fan of Terry Pratchett, mostly because I have never read Terry Pratchett. Nice pass. Nice job. There's nothing you can do there. I mean, he's double teamed. I actually didn't know about her until Hank did a review on one of her books. I'm kind of jealous of the fact that you can film while you're at work. I'm incredibly jealous of the fact that you can film while you're at work. My boss barely allows me to work while I'm at work. He's just too busy yelling at everybody. Craig, uh, the snowman thing is freaking awesome. I love that. That is so freaking creative. Also, your patent pending video that you talked about. Holy snood, that was awesome. Um, I don't know if you can tell on my hats, like in addition to the T-shirt that I have, um, on my hats, I have the To Write Love on her arms pins. Um, so I am a huge fan of, I'm gonna put this one on. I'm a huge fan of those of that charity. Um, Mostly because I have been diagnosed with manic depression when I was 16. So I've always been a huge proponent of it ever since I learned about it when I was 16, when I was having those really hard times that continue today. But you know, I've learned to control them, and with the help of that charity, I've been able to get back on my feet. And James, welcome to the channel. Uh, I want to clarify because you said that you were surprised that I was a Hufflepuff because on my profile it says I'm a Ravenclaw in your pants. The reason that it says that is because for a while I had taken a quiz and it told me that I was a Ravenclaw, and then when she asked the question 2 weeks ago, I basically said I was gonna make sure that I'm a Ravenclaw by taking another quiz because I felt that I really belonged in Hufflepuff, and as it turns out, I did. Um, I did really belong in Hufflepuff. They better not have thrown a illegal block in the back. Okay, good. Alrighty. Um, Two wide receivers, two tight ends, one running back. I made a Thoughts from Places video on the other collab channel that I'm a part of. In Nerd Fighterification is what it's called. It's probably my favorite video that I've ever made. Not because I don't like the videos I've made here on my channel, but I just think it's the best I've done. I'm gonna go. Jins, I will see you tomorrow, and I can't wait to see everybody's videos for the rest of this week. Back to pass. God, can you hit one target? One target. For the love of God, man. He's not careful with the football. How could you be careful with the football if you miss a guy by 5 feet? Problem is, it's a failed system. I mean, you're running a system of hope. I mean, hope is a good thing, but it's not going to run a team. Oh, just watch this play. You are not allowed to hit a player into the football on a punt. And I cannot believe they argued that. Oh, and also this one was pretty good. Ready? Throws it right off the referee. The steal, Miller retreats behind the 3-point line, and it's again! You know, at some point I'm gonna download those games. Oh, the Knicks Pacers series. Oh, so downloading that. The 90s was a great time for sports. Oh, what I would give. What I would give to be my age in the 90s. Oh, man. Yay, they got good field position. Now they'll be able to do nothing with it. Woo! Already. Oh, yeah, come on! That is the cheapest play I've seen from you, Michael Irvin. Among the many sentences you probably shouldn't say, he loves to put his hands on his defender, is probably one of the ones you want to avoid.